Hi there, welcome. In this video we're going to look at how to use properties of exponents to write a function that is a number base to a power that's linear form into the f of x equal a times b to the x form. Now when we look at this we want to first start with our function f of x is equal to 4 to the 3x minus 2 power, and that 3x minus 2 is in linear form, and that's what we're talking about in that process. Now to do this we want to recall our properties of exponents, and the first one that we want to look at is when we had the expression, exponential expression, say x to the a times x to the b. We would use properties of exponents to say when we're multiplying exponential expression with the same base, keep the base and add the exponents. And many times in simplification, that's the way we wanted to use that rule. Well, here we want to use it where if we look at in the expression that we have a letter base to exponents that are two separate terms, then that means I can write it as a product of two exponential expressions that have the same base. So for our function, it's 4 to the 3x minus 2 power. So I can write that as 4 to the 3x times 4 to the negative 2 power by using that rule. Now we look at the exponential expression that doesn't have a letter in the exponent, that doesn't have the variable there, this 4 to the negative 2. And we want to remember that 4 to the negative 2 power, well, when I have a negative exponent, that means reciprocal. So that's 1 over 4 squared. And so that gives me the value 1 over 16. Now that's a numerical factor. So numerical coefficients we want to have in front of the variable expression. So we are going to write our function f of x where we place that 1 over 16 numerical factor in front of the 4 to the 3x, which we can do because multiplication is commutative. So we just wrote that there. Next up, this 4 to the 3x. Well, I want to rewrite it so it's b to the x form. And with that, we need to go back and look at another property of exponents. Remember when we had x to the a to yet the b power? When we're taking an exponential expression to yet another power, we keep the base and we multiply the exponents. So that means if I have a base to an exponent that's a product, it came from the base to one of the factors in the exponent to yet the power of the other factor. And so that's the way we want to use that property here. So that means that our 4 to the 3x can be written as 4 to the third to the x. Well, 4 to the third is 4 times 4 times 4, or 64. So this gives me 64 to the x power. So now I have the replacement for my 4 to the 3x will be 64 to the x. So our function f of x can be written as 1 over 16 times 64 to the x to write it in that f of x is equal to a times b to the x form.